How many people have heard of Kundalini? Uh, okay, I see a hand there. Oh yes, brother. Amen, brother. Amen. I know, Debbie. You don't even need to hold up your hand. I know. Now, were you doing Kundalini meditation when you were going to an ashram or wherever? Where?
No. Everything was. Oh, sorry. Everything was hatha yoga.
Ah, okay. Well, that's a sort of Kundalini because.
Well, we started out when I would go to the farm. We would start out with an hour of meditation and chanting before the asanas. So we were definitely aware of what we were trying to do in terms of the Kundalini.
All right. Well, thanks. So this is what we're going to do today. Has to do with the breathing. Has to do with the perineum going all the way up to the top of our heads. So what we're going to do this morning is when we breathe in, we're going to contract the muscles that we use to go to the bathroom. And we're going to, at the same time, inhale and bring our belly button to our spine. And we're going to take that breath all the way up to the top of our head. And then we're going to hold it there. And then we're going to squeeze again, forcing the energy to go to the top of our head. That's essentially it. There are several methods that have come down to us from ancient times. More recently, a chiropractor by the name of Dr. Joe Dispenza has done a lot of research with Kundalini, the pineal gland, the pituitary gland. And so rather than to get into a whole lot of explanation, left brain stuff, we're just going to do, left brain stuff, we're just going to do right brain stuff by doing it, okay? So I would like for you to sit up straight, your back erect, and then we're going to take about 15 breaths in and out. So follow with me. So we're going to inhale, fill up our stomachs up to our chest, and then let it out through our mouths. And once again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Once again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Just let it go. Inhale, fill up your stomach and your chest. Exhale through the mouth. Once again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, inhale, fill up your stomach and your chest. Exhale, that's 10. 5 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. On the exhale, hold it. And we're going to hold it for 30 seconds. All right? Just hold it. You can do it. You filled up. "15 seconds, hold." Now inhale and hold. And hold for 15 seconds. And let it out. Now, the next portion that we're going to do is the actual raising the energy from the perineum, which is between your genital region, anal outlet. There's a membrane there, perineum. We're going to contract that. Don't do it now. We're going to contract that when we breathe in, and we're going to simultaneously inhale our belly button, bring it to our spine. And we're going to bring that breath all the way to the top of your head. So touch the place right at the top of your head. Just so, okay, that's where you're going to bring your energy, at the top of your head. So that's your intention, so you know where it's going. Okay, we're going to bring that up, and then we're going to hold it there, and then we're going to squeeze. You know, like you're trying to keep from going to the bathroom. Hold it, and then relax. All right? Okay, so now inhale and contract, and bring the energy up through your stomach, your heart, your throat, your forehead, and all the way to the top of your chest, top of your head, and hold it. Now, squeeze. Squeeze. Hold it at the top of your head. And now, relax. I'm going to do 5 more of those. All right. So once again, inhale. Inhale and contract and squeeze. Bring the energy all the way to the top of your head and hold it there. Hold it. Now squeeze even harder. And relax. Once again, inhale and squeeze. Force the energy up your spine, all the way to the top of your head, and hold it there. And squeeze. Now release and relax. Once more, inhale, squeeze, and inhale your navel. Take that energy all the way up to the top of your head and hold it there and squeeze. Force the energy up, and now relax. All right, last one. Inhale and squeeze. Hold. Squeeze even tighter. And release and relax. All right, my friends, Netaru, that's the conclusion of raising the energy from the perineum, the perineum, I've heard it pronounced both ways, up the spine. How many vertebrae do you have? You have 33 vertebrae. How many years did they talk about Christ and his mission? And where was he crucified? At Golgotha, the place of the skull. And so what we're doing, we're raising the Christos, the oil. You know, we talk about he anointed my head with oil. This is something that's in your basic physiology. So we're raising that energy up our spine, past the medulla oblongata to the top of our head. And we're causing a piezoelectrical effect that happens in our pineal gland and communicates to our pituitary gland. And if we keep doing that, good things will happen. All right. Any questions? You can unmute yourselves. Any questions on that, sisters and brothers? Any questions? Any statements? Oh, you've all passed out. I can't, nobody is.
Minister Imhotep, this is Darnisha, and you know, I've been on this roll with all of these very interesting, you know, spiritual things, it seems. But yesterday I had a second massage that continued to work on my very painful shoulder. But all of these exercises that you just did, I went at about 9 o'clock last night, hoping that the guy was there at the lake, and he was. So I was actually on the lake last night getting a massage from like 9:30 to about almost 11 o'clock last night.
My goodness.
But all of these exercises that you just did,
Uh-huh.
you did all of those things with me and trying to just line my, it took so long because it was only supposed to be 20 minutes, but you know, my body took more than that. So
Yeah.
it was really nice to have everything repeated because all that stuff you just did was done with this random stranger on the lake yesterday. And I feel incredible this morning. And he gave me lots of oils that I had to force down this morning. So the whole thing just comes full circle. And I thank you for continuing to be a part of it.
All right. That's all part of the service. Anyone else?
Minister, that was a beautiful meditation exercise, but you might want to consider a medical waiver in the future.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know, so let me just say, Malik, so the first part is like half of what this guy named Wim Hof does. And he's referred to as the Iceman. And he's our stereotypical what we think about Europeans and ice. Okay. But he's you can look him up. He's broken all these records. He swam under a glacier that's like a football length. He's run a half marathon up in the Himalayas. He's run up Mount Kilimanjaro, you know, in just some shorts. And the way he's able to achieve these feats, he has like 26 records, you know, Guinness Book of World Records, is by breathing and cold. So what we started out, we did 15 breaths, but normally you would do 30 or 40, and you would do 3 rounds, and you would hold, you build yourself up. So at the beginning, you hold your breath after the first round, for 30 seconds. And then the second round, you hold it for a minute. And then the third round, you hold it for a minute and a half. Now, as you do that, you build yourself up, and then you can, like, okay, I can hold my, I can do my breath, hold my breath for 2.5 minutes, you know, and on a good day, 3 minutes in between rounds. Okay. And what that does, that kind of changes your physiology. It kind of, it works on your pineal and your pituitary gland. And then the second thing that he does is cold showers. Now that might sound a little extreme. I've been taking cold showers. My oldest son, many of you may know, just in my private conversation, he's a medical student. He's a 4th-year medical student, but he's also like a yogi, you know, and he turned me on to taking cold showers. So I've been taking cold showers now every morning for about 3 years. And actually beyond that, you know, just to stimulate. But now this guy, Wim Hof, he goes even further, and he gets in cold, you know, like he'll do ice baths. Now, you know, athletes, like, okay, my younger son, Kaba, is a big soccer athlete. They would do these ice baths. You get in the ice bath, and something happens. Your immune system is triggered, and different endorphins and chemical processes are released. And so this guy, Wim Hof, was injected with an endotoxin, and he didn't get sick. And then people said, well, hey, look, you know, this guy's just a freak of nature. But no, he came back and instructed 14 other people, and they had the same result. So that first breathing exercise is the Wim Hof method. The second one is, it's a Kundalini breathing that a modern person has taken up, and his name is Dr. Joe Dispenza. And it actually has to do with raising your energy to the top. You know, some of us, our energy don't go all the way. You know, you've heard that phrase. Some of them's elevator don't go to the top.
Yes.
So some of us, their elevator doesn't go all the way to the top. And so this is what this is doing. This is taking the energy that you would use to make a baby, to digest your food, for fight or flight. So that's the first 3 energy centers or chakras. And you're taking that and you're bringing that energy all the way up to your head. You're returning the oil to the Creator. You're returning that spinal fluid that's at the sacred place, at the sacrum, at the base of your spine, up the 33 vertebrae, or for Masons, 33 degrees, or for people that are Christians that follow Jesus, 33 years. This is actually talking about things that are in your spine. And you're bringing that energy up and leaving it there, holding it there, and then relaxing. So the second part that we did, I encourage you to try that for 5 minutes until you feel comfortable enough to go even further. So you're right, I should make a disclaimer. So did you feel like you needed a disclaimer? Because I know, okay, people with asthma, they might have some difficulty. And so I apologize for that. It did not cross my mind, and it should have. And I'm hoping that you did not have any distress.
Now, I was saying that in jest, Brother Minister, but yes, but I do have chronic asthma, and it was a challenge. Even though it's funny, if I get on a treadmill or ride the bike, I don't have any problems. But if I'm holding my breath, I start coughing. I'm actually trying to fight to suppress the cough from coming out. And I think, so I say that in jest.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Because I don't want anybody to get sick. And that's why actually, when we're doing this, I haven't introduced anything that I think is dangerous, because there are some things that, you know, you actually need somebody there with you that I'm not going to introduce over this Zoom meditation. Anyone else have a comment or a question?
Minister Imhotep, this is Mama Connie. I loved this meditation. I love the way you're teaching us and the inclusion of being able to do different things. I appreciate it. So keep it coming. That's all I got to say. Keep it coming.
All right. Thank you. I will. Yes.
Yeah, I do too, because, and I need you to do it again, Baba. This is Mama Gina. Good morning. So
Okay.
that we can get proficient at it, because I found it extremely interesting, and I could feel the energy coming up and trying to hold it. And the same thing with the sounds when we do the ooh, that I really like that one as well.
Well, okay, we'll conclude with doing one more. I'm glad you said that. Any other comments or questions, things that we should be thinking about, talking about, doing something about? Minister Alicia, I saw your face. I don't see you right now. What are your thoughts? You're always so wise in my estimation.
Well, thank you. I thought it was beautiful. It was wonderful to do to learn something else, and I as well was able to feel the energy rising. It was you know, being a meditation practitioner as you know, daily, you like to kind of, you know, switch things up a little sometimes to kind of, you know, do something different. And so it was very nice this morning. And I too have a little bit of, you know, asthma stuff going on, so I couldn't hold it for the whole 30 seconds. But when you were talking about it afterwards, then I was like, okay, so that's something I need to be practicing, because it'll probably help strengthen my lungs, you know. And with the weather being like it is and all the smoke and smog, you know, you need to have stronger lungs. So I as well, you know, thank you so much for that. It was great.
Thank you for your comments. I would suggest also do it inside.
Yes.
You know, I was sitting out in the backyard last night. My nephew was over, and he has a little asthma, and I was thinking, oh God, you know, I don't want him to get sick, and so he stayed out there with me for a while, and then went back in. All right, thank you, Minister. Let's try it one more, as Mama Ngina has suggested. Unless there's any more comments, I don't want to slide anybody.
This is Dr. Bazi, and I
Yes,
just want to say how much I enjoyed it this morning. It is a little different style and technique from our own regular meditation. So from that standpoint, it was very, very refreshing, very rewarding, and I will be adding some of those features to my own meditative mode.
All right, well, give thanks for that, Kat. All right, so again, we're sitting up straight. And this is the squeezing one. So we're going to inhale and squeeze. Bring the energy up to the top of our head and hold and squeeze some more, and then relax, release. As Jaruba used to say when we were in the Stones of Fire, once more with feeling. So inhale and squeeze and bring the energy up to the top of our heads. And squeeze again, and release. Now, after a while, I don't want to start anything. I don't want to start your imagination, so I'm really cautious about this point. But after a while, things will start getting engaged between your pineal and your pituitary, and you'll have different experiences. And so it's best to relax into them, But again, it's all in your own system on your mind. If you just relax, and then you would have a better experience. So that's our meditation today, sisters and brothers.